Hey, what's going on, world? You know who it is. It's Zeus Cruz of Olympian Multimedia, giving you another segment of Get Things Done. And we're actually revisiting an earlier segment when we were discussing the ins and outs of miniature photography as far as what is needed and what kind of materials, resources, equipment that you can use to get your miniature project off the ground and brought to life. In this particular segment, we're kind of giving you the finished result as far as what it should look like when you done set up the scope and the formatting of your miniature photography project. In this particular case, we have a makeshift living room scene. As you can see, we have pretty much the standard things that you would find in the living room with the lamps and the wall art, a TV, the tables, different types of accessories and other items that you will normally find on the table. We have a little bit of a rug right there. We have the nice texture and design embedded into the floor. And this is pretty much a standard for which you would do it. Remember, you do it within the shot box. You can do it out in the open. The problem is it's just the frame in which you're going to take the picture. You may not able to get the effect that you're looking for. Obviously, when you're doing miniature photography, it does a lot of making something little, putting in its proper frame rate, proper angling, so that it looks larger than what is supposed to appear, and give it that realistic feel to it. So you can try to condense the landscaping that surrounds your stage that you built for your miniature photography project to try to condense the scope of it, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult if you're doing it out in the open. At least here in the confines of the shot box, you know what area that you're using and utilizing, and then you can go forth from there. As you see, we add a little bit of decorations to it with the lighting as well to add more lighting, as we took two different shots, one where it's just open like this and more of a nighttime, I guess you could say, theme to it. The neat thing about it is it's just the accessories and how much you put into the project and what you want to add. Certain things you might want to look out for or utilize in your project. This is so essential. It's clear stretch cord. And the reason why this is so good to use, because it allows you to hang things and incorporate other things into your scene without visibly seeing the lines. Obviously, that's something that you want to kind of avoid, because obviously it takes away from the whole ambience of your shot. But the great thing about it is it's just using the different types of accessories to bring your project to life. You can actually use actual miniatures of different people as well that you can incorporate on there. Kind of give it that abstract look where you have certain elements within your shot or a little bit bigger than others. Kind of gives it that abstract view, if that's what you're particularly looking for in your shot. Oh, before I get to that, a key is utilizing different backdrops to create certain feels and to add obviously textures to your shot. In this particular case, as you see here, it kind of gives it like a sky look, as you see the different hues of blue and green permeating within it. This will be great, as you can see here, for example, if you were using a set like this for the window, you can actually put it behind there and it would kind of give it that sky look. And maybe incorporating some type of miniature lighting from behind to kind of give it the shine a little bit, obviously to replicate like sunlight that's beaming through the clouds. Another great thing to do is, as you see here, This represents, or could represent, like a wooden floor within the house. In this particular case, when we took the shot, we love the texture of it as is, but you can easily cut this, put this onto here, add different types of rugging onto there, different types of carpets and whatnot to emulate what it would look like inside of a house as far as the floor is concerned. And again, the same thing here. How cool is that with the brick wall? Again, you can encompass in it, cut it the way you want to, and kind of layer it out around if you were taking more of a circular view. And this could be your backdrop, just having the wall. And obviously you can design these as well. You don't necessarily have to use these. You can also use what is called cardstock. Cardstock comes in different designs as well, if you don't care to use these. And obviously you can make your own as well. Obviously the more input you put into it from a creative side, obviously you get the desired results that you're looking for. Another thing too that's pretty neat, as you can see, we have the plants in there, is that you could get these on rolls, and this can emulate different types of ground settings if you were to incorporate something from the outside. This one in this particular can emulate grass, but as we had showed on the earlier one, you have the different textures to emulate different things in nature, whether it's weather, snow, hay, bushes, so forth and so on. And one thing I can always say too, do not be afraid to be creative and make things on your own. You don't need to be so reliant on buying items in the store. Again, you want to create your vision first and foremost when you're doing your project. So what better way to do that is to put your input and your imprint into it by making things of your design. As you can see here, we just used some tweed and put together, and we were able to make a rug. I mean, clearly you can go to the store and probably buy this as well, but why not take a gamble and start making things of your own initiative? And then let's take a look of it in a nighttime scene where you can really get a feel and that's the beauty of a shot box. You're allowing to control how much lighting comes through, and it just gives it that nice feel to it, nice ambience to it, and it gives it that nighttime feel as you're ready to relax, watch some TV, play some games, so forth and so on. Last but not least, what's most important too, besides the structure of your project and the formatting, is the angling in which you take it. You don't want to rely so much on the ISO settings on your camera, because whatever lighting that's penetrated through your shot box, or even if you were doing this outside, it should be enough. Your angling is so important, to which you want to lower the frame rate in your camera, and you want to shoot from the bottom up. Clearly, the more you put your focus toward the ground and your center point of gravity is on the same plane as the structure in which you're trying to take a picture of or take your video, obviously it's going to be much more bigger. And it gives that illusion that you're actually within the, in this particular case, a living room, when in actuality it's a miniature. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to give you a finished product of what we were talking about earlier. This is what we've been working on. In later videos, we're going to show you different types of other miniature photography projects and videos that we're working on. Our next one that we're going to be working on is going to be kind of castle themed, with a lot of mythical creatures and so forth, kind of like a Lord of the Rings type of feel to it. So we definitely look forward to showing that to you guys. But in the meantime, I hope this gives you incentive and motivation to go ahead and do your project. And, you know, just be as creative as you can be. In the end, it's your project. Make it your own. Again, this is Zeus Cruz of Olympian Multimedia, giving you another segment of Get Things Done. And I will have to say, till next time. Check you out later.